In the past few years, I've noticed a kind of switch both in my mindset and in the mindset of the people that I talk to. Where before, we always felt the need to go, go, go. Now, a lot of us have been left feeling burned out by hustle culture and weary of the constant busyness of our everyday lives. And so as a result, we're looking for ways to slow down and to live more mindfully so that we can bring joy back into our daily lives. And that's definitely a journey that I've been on in the past few years. And I can say without a doubt that since I've taken steps to slow down and to simplify my life, I am most definitely a happier and healthier person, both mentally and physically. And so today I want to share with you 5 of the habits that have really brought about that change in my life and that have helped me to live more intentionally. Before we get started, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. And a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. We'll talk about them in a bit, but now let's talk about our first habit, and that's to wake up earlier. And at first, this one might seem a bit counterintuitive, but hear me out. In my experience, we as human beings try to sleep as long as possible, either hitting snooze or just setting our alarms so that we can get up at the last possible seconds we can get out the door on time. But that leaves us really rushed in our mornings without the chance to really prepare for the day mentally or physically. And so rather than viewing and treating your mornings like kind of that period of time where you rush as quickly as possible to get to where you need to be, instead, what I'd suggest is treating your mornings as something that really helps you to prepare slowly for the day. I find that what you do when you first get up really sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you take time to get up and are very intentional about what you do when you begin your day, that intentionality is going to carry with you over the upcoming hours of your workday. Whereas if you're rushed and stressed as you get ready in the morning, it's going to carry over as you begin work. So instead of waking up as late as possible, one easy thing that you can do is just to set your alarm and to actually get up 30 minutes earlier. And this really builds time into your morning so that you can have a mindful and intentional start to your day. And you can fill up that time with whatever you want. You can make a tea or a coffee and actually enjoy it instead of taking it with you on the run. You can read a book, you can meditate, you can pray, maybe you want to stretch. Just think about what would best help you to start the day from an intentional and a purposeful place, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And then maybe incorporate a few daily habits into your morning routine that can help you get to that place. And then another hugely important habit is to quiet the noise. Recently, I've been trying to get more into shape and I just joined my local gym. But when I went there, the first thing that I noticed was the fact that everyone around me was listening to something on their headphones. They were everywhere. People were tuned into what they were listening to and tuned out from the rest of the world. But then once I noticed that, I started seeing it everywhere I went. When I was on a walk, everyone was listening to something. When I went to the grocery store, everyone was listening to something. There really is this element of constant noise in our culture. And while I'm not saying that you need to stop listening to audiobooks or your favorite podcasts, trust me, I love listening to podcasts too, I think it's really important that we remember to embrace silence. Because when we're always listening to things, we end up drowning out our own thoughts and never really giving ourselves the opportunity to think or to reflect. Silence can be so helpful in helping us to think and to focus and to really be present in the moment. And so if you find yourself always listening to something or surrounded by noise, I definitely encourage you to take time throughout your day just to embrace the beauty of silence, to quiet the noise, and just to focus and be present. And then our third habit is to express your creativity. And I just want to say something from the get-go here. There is no such thing as an uncreative person, so don't give yourself that label. Yes, it may be something that looks different from person to person, but it's innate and it's something that's inside all of us. Unfortunately though, as we age, many of us stop practicing our creativity, and yet it is one of the best and easiest ways that we can enjoy life's simple pleasures and to slow down. So pick up an old hobby or find a new one. You can try watercoloring, playing with Legos, learning graphic design, figuring out how to take care of houseplants, or anything that interests you. But whatever you do, take time weekly and if possible daily to just practice the art of creating. And one resource that I love to help you explore your creativity and learn new skills is Skillshare. And with classes on everything from how to start a YouTube channel to interior design to how to take care of houseplants, there really is no limit to what you can learn on Skillshare. And one great class that I've recently been going through is iPhone photography, how to take pro photos on your iPhone. It's taught by Dale McManus, and I've been learning so much about how to make the most out of my phone's camera and really how to take amazing pictures wherever I am. And something that I love about Skillshare is that it's really curated for learning, meaning that there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes so that you can really follow your creativity wherever it takes you. Plus, it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription, so just the return on value you get from Skillshare is massive. And here's the exciting news. Skillshare is giving away a free trial of their premium membership to the first 1,000 people who sign up for Skillshare using the link in the description box below. So if you want to get started with exploring your creativity today on Skillshare, just scroll down to the link in the description box below to get started. But regularly expressing your creativity can make such a huge difference for your mental health, and Skillshare really is a great tool to help you get started. Let's continue now though with our fourth habit, and that's to go for walks. And this is a really specific one. I could have easily just said get your body moving, and there is a lot of value in that, but I do think that there's something really special about walks specifically. Because not only do walks help you to get your body moving and just to generally experience the benefits of some exercise, but they also help you to slow down. On walks, more than probably anything else, it really helps you to notice the details around you, to really experience the changing of the seasons, and to benefit from some fresh air. And not only that, but walks are a great time too for us to think and to reflect and to appreciate the world around us. I think it can be really easy sometimes for us to go from box to box to box. We go from our home to our office to the store, back to our home again, and it's this cycle that really repeats day after day. If we aren't intentional about it, it can be really easy for us not to ever spend quality time outdoors, and yet getting outdoors is so valuable in really just helping us put everything in life into perspective. When we're always in our homes, it can be really easy for us to get in our heads. But when we go for walks and really appreciate nature and the world around us, it helps us kind of see how small we are in the grand scheme of things, and it just gives us a renewed sense of appreciation for the life we've been given. So get outdoors and go for a walk and really just experience the peace and the mental clarity that going for walks really can bring. And then our final habit is to create rhythms of rest. And with this one, I'm not talking about turning on the TV for an hour at the end of your day. That's mindless rest that won't actually rejuvenate you. Instead, we need to regularly practice mindful rest. The kind that actually recharges and rejuvenates you so that you have energy as you go through your daily life. And mindful rest can look like a lot of things, some of which we've been talking about. Getting creative, going for walks, those are great ways to practice mindful rest. But by doing these throughout your day, in the morning when you get up, in a break during the middle of your day, and at night when you get home from work, you can really build a rhythm of resting and recharging into your daily life. And then also too, I'd recommend practicing a more in-depth form of rest on a weekly basis. So daily, you want to make sure that you're taking time to recharge, but weekly, you want to really kind of dig in a little bit deeper on one specific day. I love the biblical concept of a Sabbath, where you're taking one day a week really just to rest and to do the things that fill your soul. And this can be on whatever day you choose, but try to set aside one day a week where you're not focusing on household chores, you're not running errands, you can do those on your other day off, but set aside one day where you can really focus on truly resting. And for the record, spending time with the people you love is definitely a part of that. So on those days or those times where you're looking to rest, you can definitely incorporate that as well. But really creating these rhythms of rest can make such an incredible difference and kind of forcibly helping you to slow down and to live more intentionally. So those are the 5 habits, and each one of them has really been instrumental in helping me to slow down and to create a life that I truly enjoy. And I hope that this motivates and inspires you too, to slow down, to live with intention, and to create a better and more fulfilling life for yourself. And if you're leaving this video feeling inspired to dive into some creative pursuits, don't forget that you can sign up for Skillshare using the link in the description box below. And if you're one of the first 1,000 people to click on the link, you can get your first 2 months for free. I hope you all enjoyed this video though, and if you did, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button below for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. And remember too, you can always follow me on Instagram for daily inspiration and updates. I'll have that linked up for you in the description box below. That's everything for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!